Donald Trump has reportedly rejected an intelligence report on his majority Muslim nation immigration ban, basically because it just didn't go along with what he thought, which is that it'll improve national security, which we all knew was actually not going to happen. Compiled by the Department of Homeland Security, this report given to the Trump White House said that if you ban all of the citizens of 7 predominantly Muslim countries from coming to the United States, that it's not an effective way of stopping terrorists from coming to the U.S. because, quote, the country of citizenship of an individual is unlikely to be a reliable indicator of potential terrorist activity. Well, yeah. This report given to the Trump White House found that in the last 6 years, foreign-born U.S. residents who were inspired to participate in terror acts had actually come from 26 different countries. However, only 2 of those countries, Iraq and Somalia, are among the top 10 origin countries for foreign-born individuals engaged in terror. And there have been 0 successful terror attacks perpetrated by citizens of any country on the list on U.S. soil since 9/11. And of course, most of the 9/11 terrorists from Saudi Arabia, which isn't on the list at all. Also, the report found that more than half of the 82 people, quote, primarily based in the United States who had been killed while engaging in acts of terrorism were born in the United States of America. These are facts. I've been talking about them for a long time. The Trumpists don't seem to want to hear it. So how did the White House and Trump respond to this report? I don't think you'll be shocked to hear that they dismissed the entire thing as poorly researched and politically motivated. A senior administration official said, quote, the president asked for an intelligence assessment. This is not the intelligence assessment that the president asked for. That's a CEO answer, Pat, which is if you're a CEO and you get data that doesn't confirm your preconceived notions, you ask someone to change the data to reflect your reality. And that's what Trump wants here. He wants reports that reflect his political reality, which is not reality as we know it.
I mean, I think it's fair to say that Trump and company, people in his administration like Steve Bannon and Stephen Miller, are laymen on the topic of national security. So you'd think they would just kind of defer to people in the intelligence community,
and you'd
people
think
in
they
their
wouldn't,
own
you'd think
department.
they also wouldn't be on the National Security Council.
Right, that too. And also defer to people in their own Department of Homeland Security. But this is never about keeping Americans safe. This is about fulfilling a campaign promise. And at the core, I mean, it's pretty xenophobic.
It's almost like Trump is clueless and unqualified to be president. If only we had had national debates that might have helped us figure that out. I don't know, that would have been useful. Every time I hear that Donald Trump opined about something in a way that makes him sound completely clueless, I'm reminded that he's the same guy who said this just a few days ago. This is my new go-to.
You know what uranium is, right? It's a thing called nuclear weapons and other things, like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
Yeah. Do you know what my favorite part about that is? He's kind of being patronizing when he says it, as if he's like educating someone else about what uranium is.
Yelling fake news at CNN when you don't like what they say is bad. Yelling fake at intelligence agencies when people's lives depend on their work is worse than bad. A more general headline for this story would be, Trump rejects anything that doesn't corroborate what he already believes to be true. And that's incredibly scary for a president to be doing. Today's show is brought to you by GoDaddy, where you can buy your own domain name, build a website, or use any of GoDaddy's business tools. You can save 30% at trygodaddy.com/David. GoDaddy has actually been the official host of the David Pakman Show website for many, many, many years. The 24/7 customer support has been a very good thing for us. I've called them at really odd times when we've had website issues, and they are always available. They are the largest domain registrar, and whether you have a new idea, you're an established business, you're creating a personal website, or moving your large enterprise site over to GoDaddy, they can do it all. 13 million customers. Try it and get 30% off at trygodaddy.com/David.